and y'all probably gonna be jumping down my throat because I said this, but y'all, Fenty Beauty is not perfect, okay?
I deserve that whip right there. I deserve to pull up to that big house in my name.
I hope you guys can see me all right because I have a new setup and I don't have a monitor, so I can only see on my screen right there. If you guys are new to my channel, go right ahead and subscribe so you guys can be caught up on videos when I do post. And if you guys are a part of the Anti-Squad, hey squad, how y'all doing? I missed y'all. We're doing the Fenty Beauty foundation review today. I am going to do a wear test as well because, child, who we kidding? I'm not going nowhere. I haven't been anywhere but in the house, but I could definitely, you know, do some stuff around the house that I normally do. I actually went to Sephora and I got a lot of goodies. So got my Sephora bag with all of my Fenty goodies in here. I know I'm so late on doing this review, but better late than never. I really didn't watch any reviews. I've seen people like pictures on Fenty Beauty's website. I mean, not the website, the Instagram. Starting off with a fresh face, I have absolutely nothing on, no moisturizer, no lotion. I'm just dry. Hands are dry as well. I'm gonna try my best to bring probably the foundation down on my neck because I am suffering from dark neck due to pregnancy. So it was really hard for me to match myself, but I did match what I normally wear in other foundations, kind of like try to get it close. And hopefully this foundation matches because this is the only one that I bought. I didn't buy both of them because I was spending a bag already on the other products.
How much would that be in total?
I'm trying to think if I ever used a powder foundation before. I might have used a powder foundation once in my whole entire life, but I couldn't even tell you the name of that foundation. I'm not really like a powder foundation girl. I love my liquids. I will even go as far as using like stick foundations, which are more like a cream base. We gonna see. We gonna see. Just, it's not common sense, but if you guys are using a powder, I would assume you want your skin to be hydrated, right? Right, because if you put dry on top of dry, you guys are going to be dry, okay? And the product is probably not going to look right. So I think a lot of times when people buy makeup, they get so excited because they see all these other people wearing it, but they don't know what goes into actually wearing the product correctly. I'm gonna first spray my face with this Morphe spray. This is something that I always do in any routine. And then I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty, what is this? Oh, this is just a moisturizer. It's the Hydra Visor Invisible Moisturizer. Y'all, I've been so tired, but I've been trying to handle business at the same time. Being pregnant, I have my spurs where I have energy and then I don't have energy. So, you know, this is one of those days that I'm kind of pushing myself to like get this content together because I actually went to the store like 2 weeks ago and bought these products. And this actually feels really, really nice. It feels actually really nice. I'm going to actually do another layer because I just feel like my skin is just dry. And I am going to put the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer on. Only in like my T-zone area because this is where I'm going to put like my concealer. Just a little bit, you know. You don't need a lot. So we're pretty much done with the skin prep. If you guys have any good moisturizers that you have at home, definitely use it. You're gonna need this moisture going in with all of these powders. Now it's time for the foundation. I have the shade 450. They say that the foundation powder is supposed to be the same shade as your liquid foundation. When they first came out with the foundation, I was a fan. Like, it matched me, but then it oxidized so red that I never like used it again. I am interested in seeing how this performs because, you know, I'm giving it another chance. Since it's a powder, I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. I know some of y'all really, really love Fenty Beauty and y'all probably gonna be jumping down my throat because I said this. But y'all, Fenty Beauty is not perfect, okay? They have flaws. But I just know what I like and I know what I don't like. So this is the packaging right here. Just their standard was this octagon. It comes with the powder foundation and then it comes with the sponge. These little sponges right here, I'm not really like a fan of using these, but I am going to use it for the purpose of this review. I am going to use a brush too because I feel like I need to give you guys choices. Either you want to use this or you want to use a brush. It looks a little light. It might go on darker because when I was trying to find my shade in the store, The light foundations were going on pretty dark. I'm going to be going in with the Pro Filter Concealer. Mine is in 410. Let's zoom in. I'm going to go in the areas that I normally go into, and we're gonna brighten. And I really love this concealer. I have to actually buy another one. This is probably like my 4th bottle of concealer from Fenty. I'm gonna go around my mouth area too. Once this is on, this is on. So I want to make sure that whatever areas need like that coverage is going to get that coverage. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go right ahead and use our beauty blender and blend this right on out. So as you guys can see already, we're kind of, you know, getting like a no makeup look, I guess we're going for. But I am going to put just a little bit more, so a little extra coverage, even though I don't think I need it, but just for my sake, you know. And boom, boom. So taking the sponge, I kind of want to swipe. Yeah, I'm just kind of doing swiping motion just so I can get it on the sponge. And then I'm just pressing this in. I feel like I got so many tones going on right here, y'all. Because as you guys can see, my neck is dark. It's really nothing to match. I didn't want to match my neck, y'all. I wasn't going to match this darkness because it's not going to stay. And if I keep this foundation, I don't want to have a very dark foundation. I almost feel like I'm putting on a bronzer almost. Like that's the shade that it's giving me. I guess you can say that this is almost like a medium to full, I guess-ish coverage using the sponge, because it's so much that is being applied to the skin with a sponge because you don't have any bristles to move it around. Okay, so let's put some on the forehead. Yeah, I really don't like this little sponge thing. I get that they're trying to, you know, give you something to use, but I don't see myself using this. But so far, I mean, it doesn't look bad on the skin. Like I don't know, it's just different, you know, it's different. But I definitely feel like I have to go over this with a brush just so I can make sure like this is being blended, because with the sponge, it's literally like no wiggle room to really blend anything. It's just applying the product. I'm kind of going in those harsh areas so I can blend the two, like my concealer and the foundation together. And I kind of don't want to overdo it with the foundation because I feel like the more I'm putting on, it's not really making that much of a difference. So we're gonna just leave it be. This is just a small stipple brush from e.l.f. Very throwback brush. You guys can get it for probably $6 at Target. So I'm gonna be using this brush to apply the product on this side. And I'm kind of just literally tapping it because this is how I'm going to be applying it. I'm gonna see the difference. Let me get enough on to see. Okay, so yeah, this, I feel like with a brush you can definitely build up a little bit more, because with that sponge, as soon as I applied it, it's like whoa, boom. I feel like I have a lot more control using the brush, like a more stipple brush like this, something that's more dense, that's not like fluffy. For the most part, I think I have a good amount of the powder foundation on, and that's why I'm saying, like, I feel like with skin prep, it's really important when putting this powder foundation on because it's very easy for it to attach to something. I didn't set my concealer, guys. I didn't set it. So I'm gonna work that back out. I am going to use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Honey powder, setting powder. I think I want to use a more fluffier brush to set. We're trying to keep this natural, you know, more skin-like. No need to go in and try to be beat, you know. And this brush, by the way, is the Morphe M448 brush. It's like this. It's a really good brush to go underneath your eye area. So I am going to go in with my Cocoa Naughty bronzer, and I want to see if it's going to make a difference, because like I said earlier, when I was applying this foundation, it seemed like I was applying like a bronzer because it was giving me such a warm tone on the skin. I don't think that the powder foundations are the same shade as the liquid foundation. You're going to really be disappointed if you buy a shade thinking like, oh, it's the same shade as my liquid foundation, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? I want to do my brows and my lashes off of camera and just throw some gloss on. Okay, so I'm back, and like I said, I just did my brows and lashes off camera because that wasn't important. But I am going to do a wear test. I actually been sitting here for about 30 minutes, so I'm gonna try to keep this on for 8 hours. I'm gonna come back and see how the powder foundation is different than any liquid that I've used, okay? Because normally with liquid, you get a little oily, shine starts to come through, which I'm not mad at. I'm one of those people that don't mind a little shine. I'm not going to touch up at all. Whether I go to sleep, whether I eat, whether I go outside. It's pretty cold outside, so I don't think I'll be sweating that much anyway, even though in real life you do touch up your makeup. But we're gonna see how this makeup holds up, and I'll see you guys in 7 to 8 hours. Okay, so I'm back, and it's been about 7 hours with this foundation on. I didn't touch anything up. I did eat, so around my mouth area, it probably looks like I don't have not much makeup on because I was eating Italian beef and it was oily, grease was dripping everywhere. So I tried my best to not really disturb the makeup, but I was fat today, guys. I am a little bit oily, and like I said, I knew I was gonna get oily in my T-zone area, which is this area right here. That's why I tried to put that primer down, but it doesn't look bad. Like, I haven't touched my face at all, and this is how the skin is looking. It probably looks a little bit is like exaggerated or whatever on the camera because I'm in front of the light. Now I can say that since this is a powder foundation, you probably have a little more lead room to get oily because it is a powder. I would normally put like a long lasting setting spray on, but I didn't do that. But for the most part, it doesn't look too bad. I am going to continue to play with this foundation. I'm not gonna say that I love it 100% yet because this is the first day. So far, this shade that I used, it ended up working, I feel like, with my skin tone. I feel like this is something that I create every day with my other foundation, so it's not that far off. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you guys are subscribed. And I thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys have tried the Fenty Beauty powder foundation, let me know what your pros and cons are with the foundation yourself. Skincare with Fenty is coming up next on this channel. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.